I'm glad I've said something that's
You say a
know,
lot of
some-
things. That's like,
somewhat helpful.
Not so fast, young man.
That's right. Young man, that was me, just so you know. Shawn Michaels versus Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 21.
Angle now setting Shawn Michaels up on the top turnbuckle. This classic battle between two future Hall of Famers. Don't do it now here. Michaels that bad back. Michaels trying to hold on.
The reason I picked this big time match, two guys going at it, everybody's expected to be something special. It's sort of the same thing you're facing at Stand and Deliver.
Right.
You know what I mean, right?
Right.
You want to, for you, biggest stage,
Right.
and you want to deliver. So.
Absolutely.
I'm impressed with the strategy employed early on by Shawn Michaels as Angle forces Michaels back into the corner.
One of the great things about Kurt, you watch him even early on.
Yeah.
You know, at the very beginning of this match, I grab the headlock and, you know, we do a couple things where I'm just holding on to it. But he gets up and he's like,
What surprisingly, we get one.
probably a guy that doesn't get as much credit as he should for attention to detail because he's pulling on his ear. He's looking
Now
at
he's
his
got to
lip.
punish you, make you
Yeah,
pay.
he looks like
Yeah.
a scary son of a
Yeah.
gun when he wants to go. And like I said, when you've got somebody, again, just that uninhibited, ready to go with you, again, that's where I guess I always say with you guys, you got to go out there and not be afraid to just, again, don't have any, you know, inhibitions inside you. Just go out there trying to make each other's stuff look like it's the best.
Oh, this is
Here comes Vincent Shawn Michaels.
Got a wise move here with a bad
Here
back.
comes the showstopper.
Showstopper could not connect.
I will say this was one I felt a bunch of pressure in, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
first time, Kurt and I, WrestleMania, this is one on paper, everybody goes, this has got to be fantastic.
And Angle going for the angle slam. Look at that nice counter arm drag.
And believe it or not, both he and I felt the pressure of that. And that's, you know, you always want to deliver on the hype.
By another side headlock. Shawn Michaels again, very impressive with a side headlock takeover.
How'd you feel putting this all together, Styles, like with the Styles clash here? I mean, you're pretty like adaptable to everybody's style, but with Kurt's style just being like so wrestling ground-based style.
My mindset was, I can remember, I've got to at least be a better pro wrestler than you.
And a little frustration beginning to boil by the Olympian Kurt Angle grabbing the hair.
Well, that's because the mat game is supposed to belong to Kurt Angle.
Early on in this, a lot of it was me working a headlock.
Yeah, I
and
remember
just
that, yeah.
doing a lot of simplistic stuff, but I needed to have like, that little edge over Kurt because he's a machine and
Right,
everything else.
right.
And so, like always, though, I mean, fighting from underneath was going to be the key.
Angle got it again. The ankle lock applied again to Shawn Michaels. And Michaels counters. He's got it. He's got it. Did he get him? Did he get him?
For me, the hardest part was always that first 5-6 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean? How I was at least going to show up front that I was better a little bit.
Right.
In something.
It could hang also, yeah.
Exactly. You know what I mean? And but look at him. I mean, he's just like a cat.
Angle. No. The angle slam off the top. Angle for the cover. That'll do it. The cover. The 3.
Look, it's always phenomenal to have that kind of athlete to work with. But again, nowadays, you guys are all like that. That first couple minutes
Yeah.
is sort of setting the table for what the story is going to
Yes.
be. It was always about that with me. Again, it was believe it or not, it was the melodrama. Honestly, it was
Yeah.
the storytelling. It was the, again, the taking the time, the crawling. Was this regular wrestler going to be out to beat this gold medalist?
Michaels trying to crawl. That's about all Michaels
Get an arm
can do.
across him. He's out.
Kurt was a joy. What always helps is when you've got two guys that are pulling the rope in the same direction. Both want to go out there and, make it the absolute best. And when it comes down to that, that's both guys being unselfish.
Yes.
Michaels tuning up the band for some sweet chin music. Michaels needs one shot with that right foot. He's looking for it. And he didn't. Oh my God! Counter. Angle block. Angle block.
I do love the Sweet Chin Music story with the ankle lock every time. I feel like you guys went back to that a couple times.
Yes.
And I think the crowd every time brought it higher and higher and higher.
Right. Well, again, it's right when you bring out your best stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one of the things, again, that I felt like even in this match, not a lot of people did, was go into your best stuff early and not being afraid to do that. I'm looking forward to Stand and Deliver.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
And I'm looking, I know you and Trick have had your differences, but you're both two guys that are gunning for that showstopper spot. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So, you know, make the most of it.
Absolutely will.
Shawn Michaels versus Diesel for the WWE Championship, WrestleMania 11.
This contest scheduled for one fall is for the World Wrestling Federation Championship!
I picked WrestleMania 11 only because, not because of the entrance here, but I don't know, I felt like from your perspective, you're gonna be usually the smaller one in the ring. And also, I'll say this was when I was a bit of an angrier young man, and I feel like we might have something in common now with you being a bit of an angry young woman, which I think, look, to me, no judgment here for me, I think it's fantastic. So as long as you're not hurting me and you're taking it out on everybody else, which you seem to be doing. I just felt like this match with Diesel is one, again, where you're going to be, you know, using your speed, agility, and again, some of that attitude to your advantage.
Something like that.
Yep. Yeah. I'm hoping you do better with it than I did. So. This was one of those matches that were starting to make the wrestling world take me more seriously. Yeah. And that's where I think you're at. You know what I mean? You're at a pivotal moment in your career to where you're going to show a different side of Roxanne Perez. And a lot of that, I'd imagine you want to unleash it, Stand and Deliver, and see what goes from there.
Take it all out on Lyra.
Yeah.
I used to like just study your matches all the time because you're like not the biggest, but you like made yourself seem like you were. So
yeah.
I like relate to that and try to find little things that I can do that'll make me match up to the people that are bigger than me, because usually everybody is bigger than me.
Being a little pissed off like you are now, I think is going to be a huge advantage to you, because again, sometimes the nice guys don't finish first. That may cost you a little popularity with certain people, but I don't know, I think in the long run you'll enjoy the fruits of your labor.
You think that definitely helped you out?
I'll tell you what, I think the nice guy that I became would have got steamrolled at this time. The attitude in the ring, I think, is important, because as you said, look, a lot of it was about gaining respect. A lot of it was, again, you said, like, you know, you didn't seem as small. And I think, again, you hauling off and waffling a few people in the locker room makes them see Roxanne Perez differently. And sometimes the only way to get taken serious is to make people do it.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Get on him! Put the pressure, put the weight on those ribs! How can he stand up? No!
Did you ever feel like a lot of pressure? Like, I mean, you were still young. Like, did you ever feel any of that?
Always.
Yeah.
Always. And again, a lot of it I put on myself, way too much. It's why I always try to tell all of you that, again, embrace that pressure, but at the same time, enjoy these moments. I did all the same things you all do. I probably overthought stuff too much. I, again, tried to figure out what they were doing when nobody was doing, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was, you're not gonna have a thought that goes through that head that I haven't had. On most of these, I'm the guy that's losing all the time. So that's the only part that all you have to correct is to be on the winning side, because clearly I can't teach that very well. I was fortunate to have many, more main events and in stadiums and get to experience all those things. And I have no doubt that you're going to be able to experience those too. It's just for the time being. Next one is going to be at Stand and Deliver, and you can, mark that one as the beginning of what is going to be a fantastic career.
Thanks, I will.
Shawn Michaels versus John Cena for the WWE Championship, WrestleMania 23.
Michaels inviting Cena to step in, and Cena did step toward Michaels.
I can't tell if Shawn Michaels wanted to shake hands to start the,
For you and I was thinking WrestleMania 23, and I say that just from the standpoint of, this is sort of what Melo is up against at Stand and Deliver with you. You're the guy that's got all the momentum right now, kind of the guy. And Melo's gonna come in much like me, not the guy, but again, with a huge chip on his shoulder, wanting to at least let everybody know not to forget about him.
Wait a minute, what the hell's Michaels doing?
It doesn't look good there. Get out of the way.
Look out, Michaels. Taking a
Look
chance.
out!
Oh, good Lord. Good God. Whoa. Michaels with that springboard moonsault.
Stuff like that. Melo's gonna be pulling out all the stops, come Stand and Deliver, and I don't know, are you gonna be ready, I guess is the question.
Absolutely.
And Shawn Michaels face a crimson mask. Look out. As Cena now starts to build a noticeable advantage. Momentum has changed.
Best of you open, huh?
Yeah. Well, again, I'm a bleeder, if nothing else. It's sort of I got a little Irish in me, so once a nick I can cut myself shaving and look like a bloodbath.
You can't see me. I think we're about to witness a little five-knuckle shuffle from the champ. Oh!
I don't know if it affects you sometimes, but even John was kind of in a position to where, look, he's the champion, but I think people weren't sure if he was ready yet, and again, never let that stuff stop him. Never let that kind of stuff, that doubt slow him down.
And now John Cena. John Cena with his emblem. Goes, oh! Michaels countered. Whoa! Michaels countered.
He knew within himself he was ready to take on the best, and that's whether it was Hunter, myself, The Undertaker. John had a lot to prove to a lot of people, and again, you and him are similar in that respect, and that sometimes it's just going to take you having to, to mow down guy after guy after guy for you to, finally sort of earn that respect from your peers.
Absolutely.
And that's how you do it in, these big time matches, one after another. Right. You know what I mean? Just clicking them off, and that's exactly what he did.
Shawn Michaels can sense, he can feel, he can taste the WWE Championship here at WrestleMania 23.
With John Cena being the physical specimen and you being crafty and knowledgeable and having experience on him, what type of things did you do to keep him down?
I've forgotten how physical of a match this was. But look, you go out there, it's very simple. Each guy goes out there and gives their best. I always talk about it with everybody. This is WrestleMania. There are no other times. You're not saving yourself for anything else, like the Super Bowl. This is the moment, again, you know what I mean, that he's waited for. And even I guess from my standpoint, it's the main event in Detroit, for the championship, a spot that I really thought was over for me. You know what I mean? I was perfectly happy. But here it was offered up to me, and how do you not want to make the best of it?
This match is emotionally draining, as exciting as we have seen all night long. Michaels misses with the enziguri, and there, yes, the STF. Cena's got it locked in.
It's just very difficult. I'll say this: when there is literally 250 pounds laying on top of you, I can't tell you how hard it is to move.
See you fighting.
Yeah.
If Michaels does not reach the ropes, he is a beat man on the does.
John Cena is one of the best to be out there with, and in a lot of ways, it may sound weird when we're both bleeding and stuff, but the most fun as well. You guys are going to be focused. You got to be wanting to, put on the best match you can.
Double on, there he is. That's it. That's it.
One thing that I want to make sure you do is enjoy the moment. Absolutely. And that's one thing that both he and I did at this point. You know what I mean? Knew that we're creating something special out there, and enjoying that and getting the most out of it.
This is bad
I'll say this, didn't maybe turn out exactly perfect for me because it doesn't look like I'm going to get out of this. Yeah, it never looks good when that big son of a gun's on top of you. These times, to be out there, especially me being, having the opportunity to be back in a main event at WrestleMania, certainly at a time in my career when I thought it was, those times had passed. You have got many of them ahead of you, and it's going to start with Stand and Deliver this year. It's going to be your biggest moment, and I just want you to, to make sure you enjoy it, all right? And make sure you just take the opportunity to thrive in that opportunity.
I appreciate you, Sean.
You bet.